Hi, good evening. I'm just going live on my YouTube for planning for tomorrow. I'm sharing my link across my channel. So give me one moment and I'll be starting in a minute. All right, so I'm about to just, hi Kumar, Bitcoin ripping, let it be, I don't care. I don't trade Bitcoin. Hi Shri, hi Mark. I'm just, one second, just one more second and I'll be up and running. Okay. Hi Vasudha. Good evening. Let me just stop the sharing and go to share the entire screen. All right, so you all can see my screen. Futures are flat to a little bit on the positive side right now, trading at 44.98. Let me see my sheet. That's my sheet. So today I just want to pick up tickers from specific sectors so that when we are targeting a wider range, a much better and a wider range. Okay, so let me add one more column here. No, what's happening? This looks weird. Type sector. And then bias. And sector. All right. Hi Deepak. Hi Harsh. Hi Surya. Hi Ravi. Hi Raja. Hi Kumar. Yes, we'll start with all of them inside weeks and everything. Hi Sai. Hi Irene. Hi Kumar. So let me just start with my weekly and daily inside days and inside weeks. So let me start with week. We have Tesla inside week. So let me make a note of that. I have Tesla. Yes, it's an inside week. Then we have SoFi inside week. We have news on Python. Yes, I'm just cleaning this up. Okay, so we have news on Python, UPSD, a firm I already have, CVS, like stocks like CVS, I don't think so. They move a lot. Surya, I just Shashikal. Yes, it's been a long time. It's been NVIDIA, Microsoft. We already have NVIDIA, Microsoft, Python. I'm just looking for some inside weeks. Roadblocks. These are inside weeks, not days. Let me name them weeks. And then we have days. Okay, so we have inside weeks and inside days. XPEV and Lucid. XPEV, LMT, Lucid. Inside days, let me just scan the inside days. Let me see if that was it, or is there more? Photo is one more on the inside week. XLE. I'm just making a note. So if I did not pick up your ticker, let me know. Inside days, we have Microsoft inside day. Marvel is one. And Lulu. Okay, so we have variety of ENPH, XLE, ENPH. I think we have massive number of tickers now. So let's start figuring out what we can accommodate and what we can leave. And let me insert rows, some more in case we fit. Okay, so I am ready for 2.7. All right, so let's start from ES first. Okay, so on the daily candles. On the daily candle, if you see, right, let me remove the volume just to make things a little clear. So you see, we on the last touch of 42.60, we came here last week, tested this area, struggle around 4328 for quite a while, and then we broke out of 4382, almost came to 4581, which is a 61 Fibonacci. So bounce from 23 to 61 was there. Now we are struggling. We made an evening star right here, a perfect evening star, and now we are well below 4458 and 4519. So we are in between 38 to 50% Fibonacci. Now my concern here is that every time I've seen a compression between the 12 and 34 and the candles are right in between, it is followed up by a massive down move. I've seen this, like when the 12 EMA is at the bottom, 34 EMA is on the higher. If we break down or break out of this range, it becomes very difficult for the market to come back easily. You might see the same set of pattern in many stocks, that after a consolidation between 1234, if they break out above, they continue going up. If they break down below, they continue going down. Right now, the trend is negative. On ES, we had the bounce on Friday in the morning, but then it consolidated. At end of the day, it was reddish because it opened at 45.20 on Thursday evening and closed below the 12 EMA. So as of now, my take on this market is bearish. Again, 45.20 is the area If it crosses, we might go up to 45.52 area and 45.81. This is going to be really, really hard area to cross. And remember one thing, the kind of selling you saw on Friday in last 20 minutes, that was, I like intimated on my channel, Telegram channel at that time live, that market is going to go down. So do not buy this opportunity, because now it's not a Robinhood investors market. Now the people who are going to invest are people with some serious money, and they know the impact of Fed money going out from the economy. They understand the impact of rising rates. Plus, they were also anticipating the less growth in job. Now, less in growth in job would have offsetted, or would have like did a counter job in increasing the rates. But now we had not only increase in the number of January, but also a substantial increase in the number of, or revision in the number of jobs in December. That is something which serious investors or funds will not ignore. They are not sitting on cash like what you all think. They are trying to make adjustments to their uh, portfolio algorithms, portfolio models, just to invest more in bonds, because now they're expecting at least 75 basis points to 100 basis points in 1 year. That will give them a tremendous amount of return. That's why you saw a substantial move in Bank of America, WFC, on Friday. Now, if that happens, even if tech stocks try to move up, they will not be able to counter it, because their main area was the free money which was coming into the economy via Fed printing, plus the low interest rates, almost zero interest rates. Now that era is going away, and I'll not be surprised if we have a 50 basis point hike in March itself, because Biden is pushing that, yes, economy is strong, economy is strong. That is giving a clear signal to Powell to go ahead and do that. Inflation is getting out of hands. With crude trading at 92, 93 dollar per barrel, is going to make things really, really tough. Natural gas was also pretty high last week, up to 5.40, but now it's back to 550, 560 area. But all this is going to make things pretty difficult for people with low income. So inflation is going to be really, really troubling for the people who are into the growth stocks. It doesn't mean that, yes, there will not be a push, but you will not see that kind of market which you have seen in last 3-4 years. Especially people who have started investing in last few years, they have not understood the market. They have only played one direction. Now it is going to give a difficult period to people who are not understanding the economic impact of all these events. Okay, I'm just giving you a viewpoint on my understanding of this. Right now, you see, we are making lower highs. Correspondingly, we are also making lower lows. So this is, if we call this as, come on. If I call this high 1, this is high 2, this is high 3. Right now, this is high 4. Similarly, low 1, low 2, low 3, possibly low 4. So I would be interested to short this market upfront. So I'll be neutral if we open above or we sustain above 4520. But now I want to sell this around 4500, 4510 area. Stop loss is 4520. Targets here is, let me remove these annotations. First is the 12 EMA, which is we are trading right at 12 EMA, so I'll not take that. 4458. And also this is, I'm assuming we'll break down. So I'm also looking for breakdown of 38.2 to 23.6 Fibonacci. So it's going to be a correction, then it's going to be a little harsh. So better to see, and I'm 70% on the short side. It's a sell on rise market. Evening star was there, now it's continuing. I'm not changing it, but it's making lower highs, lower lows. And this is index. I'm neutral, just 30%, because I still believe that yes, we should not ignore the possibility of crossing 45.20. Then we might reach to 45.52, which is the 34 EMA. Now that 34 EMA has come down. But it's only buy if it holds at least 30 minutes above 45.20. If it does, only then I'll be, and it will require a pretty tight stop loss 45.20. First target is this, second target is this. Again, it's an index. I'm just copying it there. So I am more biased on the short side. It's a sell on rise for me. Triple Q. Triple Q, if you see, let me just cancel this right. If you see on my, what you call regression channel, I mentioned about the abandoned baby on the top. So this was abandoned baby right there. And on Friday, we had, Thursday, we had a massive dip in the market, all the way came to 350 area. And then because of Amazon results, it went up. But again, it could not cross the 12 EMA on the closing. And it's holding lower lows and lower highs. It's moving in this channel. Now, when you're in the channel, you come to the resistance. If you cross it, you move to the next area in the channel. If you face stiff resistance in the channel, you come down and you test the support again. So right now it's well below. The trend is negative right from here. The 12 EMA is right there. It's below. And 34 is well above here. So I would say in this case, if like again, 361.44 is your inflection. If you are above it, you have chances to go to 366, 371. If you are below it, most likely you can come down to 351, 350. So it's right in the middle on the QQQ. I will also do the NQ just to clear up anyone's analysis. So QQQ again, neutral to short. Buy above 361, which is buy above 360, sorry. Let's make 360 as our stop loss. So if you look at the chart, 361.44, if you can buy above 361.44 with a stop loss of 360, because that's the 12 EMA. And like I don't think there's an issue with the YouTube. It's pretty clear because I'm opening and watching this on my MacBook as well as on my phone. It's pretty clear for me. I don't know what's wrong on your end. Special, I'll check on SPY. I'll also do NQ, but I'll not post their numbers because that's too much information. But you can refer because I'm going to pick up NQ and SPY next. So above 361.44, 366 and 371. So I'm neutral above 361.44, 366 and 371. Again, I'm giving it to 30% because I am not bullish in the market. On the short side, I would love to short below 360, which is the 12 EMA. Stop loss is 361.44, and my target areas are 356.88, yes, 351. Yep. So it's a sell on rise market, making lower highs, lower lows. Now, let me give an overview on NQ and SPY, people who are following it. Look, on NQ, we are well below the channel because I've not drawn the channel coming down. So if you look at this 14,838, it's a very tough area for it to cross. Plus, it's struggling with the 12 EMA. One important thing is it was consolidating between 12 and 34, and now it has broken below. Unless it recaptures 12 with some strength and goes to 15,200, I am not positive. But one thing which can happen here is it can come down maybe to 14,100 and starts to make a W. That could be a potential move which might happen, which can take it to 16,000 back. But at least I need a move back to 15,121. Right now, it's in a very tough state. So I will not say that, yes, it's pretty bullish or pretty bearish. It's in a very, very small range. So I would recommend to go long above 14,838. That equates about 362 on QQQ, and go long above that, and you will have 366 target, which is 15,200 roughly. So there's a play of about 500 points above 14,800, and your stop loss will become 14,768, which is the 12 EMA. So roughly 750, 14,750. Like if somebody is trading, you should go long above 14,850 on NQ. Stop loss 14,750. Above this, you can get 15,200. I'm just rounding it off for clarity. Below 14,700, you will get 14,350, 14,120. So this is the level for NQ. 30% on the positive side, 70% on the negative side. 14,750 is the inflection point here. Okay, so keep an eye, 14,750. Let me just add this. I don't want to miss this information. Let me just add. NQ. Again, neutral to short. 14,750 is the inflection number on the long as well as on the short side. If you buy above 14,850, your target is 15,120. Oh, 15,200. After 15,200, we'll end up at 15,600. So there's a plenty of move after this. 30%. And on the short side, sell near 14,700. Target is 14,350. 14,125. 70% chances on the short side. So that's my trade on NQ. Again, it's index. I wanted to pick up same thing, sell on rise. This is going to be red. Okay, that's number 3. So SPY, if anyone is interested, I'm also going to go through SPY. SPY, same thing. Every index, like you take ES, you QQQ or futures, they are struggling to close above 12 EMA, and that happened on the weekly basis. And now 444 is a very good support area for it, and it's like right on that 12 EMA. Till the moment it's holding it, it can test 455. If it loses this, it will come down to 444, maybe 435. I'm more expecting it to come towards 435, 436 area, because I don't have any bigger catalyst for it to move on the higher side. So I'll be roughly waiting for SPY to come near or come below Thursday's low, which is 446, and I will then sell that, because then it's breaking. It's like it's not able to make the new highs, but it's definitely going to break the previous lows. So that's not positive on the market. Okay. So special, if you are looking for SPY, you should look out for 446, or you should look out for 453. 453 is an area. You see, it's and these candles tell the story all in all, right there. And one more thing, if you are not able to follow candles, understand, start making Heikin-Ashi. They'll give you the trend, and they are really good in terms of telling you what's happening with the trend. You see right here at 469, and this on the daily Heikin-Ashi, it's telling you that yes, I am confused making the doji, and then trend wise it's going down, 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 down. So when you're looking at the trend information, go for Heikin-Ashi. And right there it was making doji, doji, doji. So when you're coming from top to bottom and you're feeling doji, it means the change of trend. Now it's going up, 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 but could not able to cross 34. So it's struggling. It's struggling at 12 EMA now. So anybody who is interested to understand trends, please make your chart also with Heikin-Ashi. They are very wonderful tools which we can use to leverage a very clear trend in the market. Rick, I play options which are maybe 2 weeks away, and I do advanced option strategies, yes. And I like enter as naked options, but I convert them into strategies. So I don't start with like strategies, because then you end up making nothing. But if you start with a naked option and then convert them into strategies, they are much better. For example, like on Friday, maybe Thursday, I had NVIDIA. I did NVIDIA maybe at 245 calls at $5. So when they were $8, I sold 247 at about 760. So my initial investment was back, plus I booked the gain. Now my spread was totally free. So it went down, it went up, it does not matter to me. In that case, I was making money in any case. Can you please how to Heikin? It's just that you just need to go to your settings, and in the appearance, choose Heikin-Ashi instead of candle. You will be able to convert them. And they are really good. Like somebody, if you're looking at Amazon, right? See, Amazon, it was coming from top right here. It was making dodgy, and then it's dodgy, gave up. It gives you clarity that yes, what's happening in the candle. And look right here. It was making, it made the low here, but it did not make the new lows, and kind of making a base right here. In fact, even on Thursday before the earnings, it came right there and made the base. And that's why I went long in Amazon. Same thing was happening with Facebook. Now, problem with Amazon is it came and could not close above the 34 EMA. That's why 34 EMA is really, really important for me. I use them. I use my regression channel in a combination with regression channel 12 and 34. They are really, really good. All right. So let's move on and pick out our tickers. I am very much interested in Baba and Baidu. Right now, if you look at this Heikin-Ishii chart, it's clearly telling you that yes, Baba is not able to break out above 34 EMA, and it's showing a negative sentiment. Okay, so I want to buy Baba when it comes around this area, 117 to 115 area. Why I'm saying so? Because if I convert this into a candle chart, you will see there is a gap. Now look at the difference. Let me open both the charts. And let's do a comparison side by side. So that it's easier for us to see. From here, look at the candles. Candles are all over the place. They're not telling me whether the trend, it's only for the trend. Again, I'm just recommending it's only for the trend, not for the levels. Levels are still based on the prices. So here, I'm not sure what's happening with Baba. It's up and down, up and down, up and down. Right here, but it was right clear here that yes, Baba is in the negative trend. Now, Baba has created a gap. And if it is holding that gap, I would love to enter around that gap in case if it comes down, because it has made lower lows, 1, 2, 3, and lower highs. Plus, I'm expecting an ER because right now it doesn't show anything, but it has an ER maybe next week. So if it holds this gap of 117, 135, it's pretty bullish. So any long position in Baba should have a stop loss of 117, which is right there. Buy near 118, 120. So gap should be made. We hold. Again, it's e-commerce. I don't know how to put them. I'm very bullish on Baba. I want to buy this at 118, 120 area. If it crosses 123, then my probability of entering it is little less, because then I'm not getting that kind of strength. If it comes here, I'll be definitely like 118, 120 area. I would definitely love to add it. If it holds, it means it's showing the strength. Nirav, yes, it shows on February 8th, but it's not on February 8th. If you look at Nasdaq, it's not on February 8th. So 123, 125, 132. So nothing changes for Baba. I'm still positive on this. Apple, I am a little concerned on Apple now. You see that momentum 1234 is showing that yes, the trend has changed, but it has also lost 173 area. And if you see right here, this is a heavy selling area or heavy supply area for Apple. It's not easy for Apple to cross this area. It's trading below the trend line. One positive thing, which I don't know, want to take it or not, it's also making inverted head and shoulders. But I would love to commit and bring it here so that I can confirm inverted head and shoulders. Right now, it's in the neutral territory because there's only one candle which is red. And if you compare from here, it's coming red, 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 making it dodgy and then bang up. Right here in Heikineshi, it's making the smaller bodies and it's kind of an inside day in Heikineshi. And out of inside day, it's breaking down, almost came down. So I'll be looking to sell Apple again if it goes down. If it goes down, I love to add it here, 167 area, where my trend line will also come, this previous area, and it will become a inverted head and shoulders. So right now I'm neutral on Apple, but I would love to sell this around 172 or below. Trend is neutral for me in Apple. Sell below 172.19 area, 172.20. So from now on, I'm just going to put the right, like nearby clean numbers, so it's easier to manage. Sell below 175, 172.25, and target is 170 and 169, 170, come on, 170, 169.50. Let's make it round numbers. So Apple, I am looking to sell for a target of 170, 169.50, and maybe it can come down to again 168 area. So let me put 168 area. 68. So at 168, I'll be a buyer in Apple, but not at this time. And I don't have any comments on this. Buyer at 168 for inverted head and shoulders. Amazon. And I'm using this just to make sure that you also understand that trend. Amazon, you see right here, it's not clear what's happening in Amazon. It's gap up, gap down. But in Heikineshi, it's pretty clear. It's down, 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 and then dodgy, and then goes up. Now it's struggling at 34 EMA. So I would go short on Amazon at or below. I'm gonna increase this just to see. 31.30. So I would love to short this below 31.30 on Amazon. I am neutral. I want to sell below 31.30. My stop loss area is 31.80. Above 31.80, I'll be positive. And I'm looking at 3,006. If you know, gaps are always filled, so this gap will also be filled. Microsoft short did really well in last couple of days. It almost went down again, tested the regression channel and bounced. And the same thing, consolidation between Dell 34 followed by a big down candle, but again could not close above the 12 EMA. Now 305.6 is an area. And if you look at the same thing in Heikineshi, it's also showing that at 310, sell it. and it's making lower lows, lower highs. Irrespective of the color of the candle here, the trend is negative. Once the trend here is changing, you will see a different color. Okay, so I would love to short this, and if it comes around 310, well and good. Otherwise, I would love to short this. Stop loss is 312.67 or 312.60. Either sell below 310 or sell below 305. Stop loss in both cases is 307. Target is 391 to 98. So I'm just moving it here. To 98.80. It's also an inside day. So if there's a break, it can go down pretty big on the inside. Tesla has inside week, inside day as well. But if you look at Tesla now, Tesla is struggling really, really hard to cross 929, and that too on the weekly basis. And daily basis is already there. So till and 12 EMA is now 928.50. So if it does not cross 934, 935 area, which is the aggression channel, it's going to come down and test this area. See, I'll show you an example. Right here, this was struggling to hold 929. Once it break, it went up, but the candles were coming from the top. Here, the candles are coming from the bottom. If it not able to break, they'll go down further. They were taking the support, now they are taking the resistance. And this resistance is pretty strong. So if Tesla crosses 934, yes, you can go long for 978. But if Tesla loses 929, then that's it. It's going to go down. Tesla is an inside week. So I'm going to short Tesla with 929. If you want to go long, you can go long above 929. But I'm neutral as well as 925 area. Target is 881 or this area. 900, 881. Now, in case it goes above 929, you can go long. Because inside week, it's a very big range, which there's no point going into, because that range goes from 982 all the way to 795. So it's in a very tough spot, Tesla. So don't think it's going to give you that kind of moves which you are used to. Then UPST. I'm really interested in UPST and both these companies, they again, on the weekly, they're coming in a range where I would love to add them. It's not that they are pretty bullish. They are trend-wise negative. So I would love to add them if they come around 87, 88 area, or I would love to short them if they come around 103. So right now it's right in the middle. And you see right from this break of 312 is not able to sustain the 12 EMA at all. The trend is negative here. So a break below 96 can be negative, or if it holds 96 and goes to 103, you can do a trade. Right now it's middle of 23 and 0. So it's going to be a very, very tight area for UPST as well. Keep an eye, 96 years is your inflection point. If it is holding above 96, it's good. So UPST is also neutral now. 96, if you want to buy around 97, 98 area. 97, 98 area, or sell below 96, because this is a very high beta stock. So I would love to sell this, or it's a choice. Sell below 95, stop loss 96, target is 87. 87, yes, 87 is my target. Now the other way is you can buy above 96 and look out for 103 and 113. I posted both of them. Let me read a couple of points that he mentioned. Buy above 96, 103, 150. Tesla is auto, UPST is tech. Let me, when we are trying to buy, I'm just reading your comments. Nagarajan, when we are trying to buy multiple recording, it doesn't matter when you're using same account or different account. Sanjeev, I choose the strongest of the stocks in that time period. Usually I wait till 10, 15 to see how the market is behaving. In these market, I'm even waiting till 10:30 just to see. And at that time, looking at any good entry areas and looking at the market sentiment, I trade. I do not like to buy IV levels of 75 and above. I usually look them at 40, 30, 40 area. I don't buy them. If I'm buying them, I'll try to make them into spreads as soon as I'm in some gains. Caterpillar, I think got busted, but it's still holding, or it's like in an area where it has bounced in the past. Now I am not, let me just remove this. I don't think so we need this now. But the intent was just to understand how the hykination is there. Caterpillar, I want to remove it from my list for now. We can pick up anything from here. I want to bring in Roblox instead of Caterpillar. So let's click Roblox. So Roblox is right here. Roblox is coming in an area where it has from 141, it has all the way come down to 53. It's kind of trying its best. I would love to add Roblox if it comes around 60. I'm not going to buy it here, but I would love to buy Roblox if it comes around 60. Buy near 60 with a target of 67 and a target of 79.50. It has earnings, so it has that potential, and stop loss is about 57.50. So if I'm looking to trade this, has ER metaverse. Yeah, simple AI is better. This is a potential big mover. Roblox is really going to give you that kind of return which you're expecting. Problem is you need to enter at the right moment. Roblox is giving you an opportunity to enter around 60, 61, 62. Try entering one lot at that range. 57.50 is your stop loss, and expect 67 to 80 area most likely. Boeing Industrial. I am finally getting some strength in BA. Like this was a perfect morning star at 190, 183. Since then, it's getting consolidation right here between the 1234 EMA. But the difference here is the consolidation is happening towards the greenish side. Even on Friday, it was making attempts to be green and closed green and was trying to be the first one if it was trying to run higher. Now, I would love to add it above 208.75. It's been struggling around 208 area. So I want to buy above this. 208.75. Stop loss is 204.50. Target is 214 to 214 to 1890. It's consolidating well. Between 1234. Nvidia. Nvidia also has earnings coming next week, not this week. Again, it's consolidating, it's breaking below, making lower lows, lower highs. I would love to see this in Heikeneishi because I want to understand its trend on the daily. The trend is showing negative. So I would love to sell this below 243. Or if it comes around 228 area, I would love to buy it. So it depending on the market, looking at the futures, see the futures went down almost 20 points. The matter we were just talking, it just went down. So that's the problem, that most likely the market is going to give up and come down. So I would love to add it around 228, 223 area. Last time as I recommended 218, 215 is a very, very good area for Nvidia. I would love to add it there. So I'm still positive. I will say neutral on Nvidia. Want to add 220 to 18 area, but right now I'm just selling this. Sell below 240. 243.50 is my stop loss. Target is 229, 234, and 229. DraftKings has done its job, so I'm removing it from my list. I can include XLE. XLE can also go up. Look at the trend. It's just holding the 12 EM. It's going up, 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 and up. And in case of normal candles, it's just going up and up. It's making a hammer, but I'm expecting, because if we have a hammer here, we might come down, test this, and go up. So let me draw a regression channel here. And again, people who are new, just see how I'm doing it. I'm going to the lows on the daily to create a regression channel, and I'm going to pick up the nearest test of support from this channel and try to make a Fibonacci extension, and let's see if it fits in or not. Almost right there. Resistance, resistance, support and resistance, resistance. So now it's potentially making a evening star. If crude goes down, let me just check. Crude is flat, so if crude goes down, it's not going to be really good for XLE. But if crude holds, because natural gas has broken down a lot in the last few days, so keep an eye on XLE. I would keep a very tight stop loss here if you are long. 68 is your stop loss if you are long. Below 68, it will come down to 66. So actually, I am just keeping stop of 68. I'm calling it neutral. Buy near 68, 50 to 69 area. And target is about 70, 75. Because my target for crude is about 105. So on the long term, actually should come around this area. So if I like with banking sector showing strength, I think SoFi is giving a really good opportunity to go long. It's really setting up for a very big move. You see, it's this was a morning star, went up 13, failed. It's still making a bearish engulfing, or you want to call that an outside day. It's showing some strength. So till the moment it's holding 1150. I'm looking for by about 12, I would say. I'm looking for a very positive move on SoFi. SoFi can actually go really well this week. It's a small stock, but has really good potential in this market. AMD, after amazing earnings, AMD is struggling between the 12 and 34. So again, AMD, if market loses, it's a high beta stock, it can lose. But I would love to add AMD at around 118 area. So everything here is same. On Friday, we had the same thing and it touched 124. So again, I would love to add AMD at 119, 120 area and go long. Affirm is trying its best to break out of this 63 area. So I'm pretty much positive on Affirm since 50, 55, 56 area. I've been keep on trading this, but now its earnings are there and I'm pretty much positive on its earnings. And I'm looking for a really good move towards 77 on this. Again, how would I call this? These are services. I missed Google. I need to come back to Google. Google is tech. Affirm is a payment. Netflix is stream. So Netflix on Friday almost came to 395 area, almost. So I would love to see how it goes from there. But first, let me pick up Google. Google also rejected from this trend line, came all the way here, 2800, bounced, made a doji. Now, doji is a confusion of state. Now it's falling and it's showing doji. It means it has potential to reverse, or with market declining, it can come down towards 2780. Now, if market comes, I would love to add Google around 2780 with a stop loss, very tight stop loss. So Google, I'm positive. I want to buy this around 2700, 2800. The stop loss of 2780. And my target will be 2848. Again, it's a state which you may not find it properly, but I would love to add this on a dip. Not at this price. I don't want to short this because it is super positive. I don't want to short this. I would wait for it to come around this area and I would love to add there. Now Netflix is there. Netflix like 409 almost came tested 394. Why it failed the 12 EMA. Now, till the moment it's in this range, it's going to be very, very tight. It has a gap to fill. So using a piercing pattern, I would love to sell this below 415. Sell 049, stop loss 415, target 394, and the gap of 387. That's my gaps are always filled. Now somebody wanted Facebook, so let me do Facebook here. Facebook, since it got rejected from 328, came all the way to 244 and closed below 244. Now this area has been really, really pain. There are gaps here. Now if Facebook doesn't hold here, it can come down to 196, 197 area. So I'm not going to add Facebook into my list yet. It needs to come back to 244. Then yes, I would include this, but not at this moment. There's a huge gap which needs to be filled, but there are also gaps on the downside which also needs to be filled. So Facebook, I'm ignoring to add in my list for the moment. Roblox we have done. So CVS, let's look at CVS. CVS has been, is kind of creating an evening star right on the top at 110. So I'm not going to be very positive on this. This has been holding 12 EMA, but now it's coming to a resistance area of 111, and it's kind of making, so any break below 107, I would go short on CVS. Not sure because I've not traded CVS, but I'm just looking it from a charting perspective. I'm going to give a short. Sell below 107, 106.50. Target is 102, 103, and 100. Stop loss is 109. On the higher side, it's not going to make any impact because it's at a very tough area, resistance of 161 Fibonacci plus regression channel. It's not there. Potentially, it's an evening star. Pharma. Energy we discussed. I want to discuss Lulu and Piton. Same setup. Once we broke 1234, it's not able to recapture. It's trying its best. Making an inside day as well. I have to draw some lines and let me just draw some levels on. Euro has a very stiff resistance. It's right in the middle, making an inside day. So a break below 330. a break below 330. So I'm neutral on Lulu, but I want to sell this. Sell below 330. Stop loss 332.25. 316. 300. If it holds, then things are different. If it holds like above 336, 337, it might go to 346. But as of now, it's looking not good, neutral. One more ticker. I want one more ticker. ENPH. Oh, I already did what you call index XLE. ENPH. Let me pick up ENPH. ENPH is kind of making a morning star here. Morning star. 138 should be your stop loss. Buy above. Friday's high 143.50. Stop loss is 138. Target is 149 and 154.25. Okay, so that's about it from me. Let me just share the link of Zoom. Just one moment. If anybody wants to join, wants to share their views, they are open. I'm posting the invite or Zoom link in the YouTube chat. If anybody is there. I don't think so. Etsy will move. Etsy has a different issue. Shopify could move. I wanted to add Shopify, but let's do that. I've shared the link. If anybody wants to join, you can join over there. Let me add on to Shopify. Shopify is trying to hold this 840 area. And it's potentially making a morning star. So I would love to add if it comes around 840 to 780 area. Shopify. The problem with Shopify is its options are super expensive. I would love to buy the dip. Anybody has any points to discuss? Disney, I'm holding few long calls. Disney, I don't think so. I'm recommending anytime. Disney is I'm not sure in Disney because it needs to hold 142 to do any kind of moves in Disney. It still has a gap which needs to be filled of one. So I'm not positive on Disney, but yes, if something comes up and Dow Jones have to move, so Disney might move. Yes, so great.
Yeah, so Navaldeep, like what are the standard coefficients in the channel, regression channel, which we tried? Can you please know that?
I've shared that many times.
Yeah, I searched in many like your videos, but I couldn't find it. So if you can please just one.
This is -1, 105.5, 1.5. Again, it's something like it totally depends on what you want to use. I've defined it based on my own convenience, but you can refine it based on your own understanding. Okay. All right.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, Manoj.
Hi, Naval. I have two questions. One is related to the trade you took on Amazon, where you put the butterfly, and then second is related to the opinion on Snap.
Let's start from Snap. Snap had the gap which it filled. So as always, the gaps are always filled. Now, let me draw some levels because these levels will not matter now. Do some retracements. Fibonacci extensions will not work here. Okay, because I don't track Snap, but
Yeah.
Snap is founding base around 24 or 28 area and has a very stiff resistance at 41.
41. Okay.
It closed around 38.90 and almost reached 41 on Friday. But if I like refine these settings, it might around 41.20 or 40.80 something. But 41 is something an area to be considered as a resistance. Stop loss is 38.
Okay. So
Otherwise, there's a massive gap which needs to be filled.
down. Okay.
And regarding Amazon, I did that as I showed on that day. I was using Heikeneishi for 30 minutes, and based on that, the trend was showing me dodgy, dodgy, dodgy after falling. That's the only reason I went long.
On the butterfly. But you
Yes,
took butterfly
because
on
I didn't
the,
want to invest too much on the earnings. I still made 250%, which is not bad.
which is very good. That's what I'm saying. You took the butterfly, which was when you took the butterfly, Amazon was somewhere close to 2,800, and you took the butterfly from 31 plus, right?
3,000, 3,100, 3,200.
3,200, right?
The
So that,
butterfly went on to make like almost $55, but I didn't care. I was getting the money, so I booked it at that
yeah, I
time.
know, because after initial 30 minutes, it moved up. The stock moved up again higher, right? So, but out of the money, generally butterfly is basically you take one down and one up, and then your butterflies was out of the range, right? So that means you are bullish on the trade from the beginning, correct?
Yes, that's the only reason I took it.
Okay.
See, there is a luck, and then there is a uh, educated
Guess.
forecast.
Focus.
It's not a guess.
Yeah.
I've tried my guess thing, it doesn't work. I've lost more than enough in guessing and going through my feelings that yes is going to make. I've like lost enough money on Amazon and IBM and Intel in so many years. But this time I'm not doing that. I'm just looking at the screen, using what I'm seeing, and then making a decision, making a risk. Same thing I did with Facebook. People bought for Facebook puts, but I mentioned at 325 on the channel itself, Facebook will fall because it was making that pattern.
Correct, correct.
And now with Haikinishi, that's giving me an additional information regarding the patterns and the trends. So I'm using it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Raman. That's all I have.
Nazir, if you want to read about Inside Day, it's a candle within a candle from the price action and from the volume. And again, do not worry about these scripts. You can Google it, you can find it. Inside Days. That's not a big deal. Focus on what it does. Because 99% of people, they are worried about the scripts that if they get the scripts, they will change the entire world. No, nothing is going to happen. I've done through this, I've been through this, and I'm telling from my experience, understand the price action. That will tell you everything. Anyone else? Guys, this is the time to interact. If you'll not interact, then there's no point of having this interaction. Snap has a gap, yes, but as of now, momentum is really strong on Snap Cal. I'm still giving open forum to anybody who can come and discuss. Let me read the comments. Facebook, we did Target. We have one participant. Hi, ready.
Hey, Naval bhai, hope you had a good weekend.
Yes, relaxing one.
Good, good. It's so inspiring that you are able to cash out. That's my goal. I made quite a bit in 2020, but whatever has been made last in 2021, it's kind of continuing. One of the stocks I got stuck was PayPal. So
I've
was
been
following.
suggesting PayPal since 220 to sell it, exit. It's a sell or rise stock.
Oh my God. Yeah, I entered with very high price around 250. Now trying to do some covered calls, but yeah, it's no way I could even
It's not
break
easy
even.
to cover that kind of gap. I know the pain. I've been through it.
Yeah, what do you suggest? Cut losses? I mean, yeah, I'm like 50% down right now.
How many stocks do you have?
200.
200. So that's about 20K loss.
Yeah.
25K loss. Do one thing for the moment. Wait for 150, 160. By that time, just keep on writing calls, bringing down some cost, maybe from 250 to 230. Bring something down. Just keep on writing the nearest week calls, or keep on
Premiums
doing
have
private
been killed.
converts.
Yeah,
Huh?
the premiums are killed too. Unless I go like 1 month out. If I'm doing like weekly, there's not much premium at all, especially for covered calls. On the put side, yeah, the premiums are pretty good, but not on the call side.
I need to check on PayPal. Let me just open it. It's something which I've been recommending to sell, and sell. And like I have a target still of 115 in it.
Oh my God.
I've been suggesting sell from right here,
Yeah,
249.
I think I bought it before I joined this group. If not, I would have not bought it.
222 was my last thing. The same thing I said for Disney at 168. I'm not going to add here. Do not invest more money into this for sure. If it comes, I'm sure it can come to 150 and give you an exit at that point. 150 revisit. at that time, but in between, keep on selling whatever calls you can just to have a better price.
Okay.
And please going forward, have a stop loss.
Yeah. Yep. I need to have those. I have a mental stop loss, but not not on the platform itself. But I think I should get used to it.
Okay.
Thanks.
So I have anything else? Maybe you muted yourself. Anything else ready?
Oh no, that's it. Thanks now.
No problems. So let me read the comments. NVIDIA we did. Mr. Baga, you're not able to join Zoom. Great video. Okay, share that in me. Lucid Motors is for wait for a moment. Vine MGM, I need to check. Special, can you explain price action? Yes. Price action is nothing, and this is really important for everybody. This is just the price action. Look at here. Just very simple thing. Buyers came right. Come on. Buyers came here. They bought throughout the day and closed it at the high. This is price action. Sellers came. They kept on selling, but at some time in the afternoon, they got tired, and then they closed a little higher than what they were during the day. So you need to understand what this candle is telling you. This is open price, this is high, close, and low. Understand this. You don't need any other indicator in your trading. Just understand this aspect of it. Okay. And I've been suggesting this to break it down to 30 minutes daily and weekly to have a clear understanding of what the trend is, what the price action is telling you. If the price action is telling you right here that yes, I'm confused, I'm not sure what to do, then there's a dump, not sure, then they're dump, and you see a massive dump. So ignoring the ERs, price actions tells you majority of the things what you want to understand. Okay, so keep that thing in mind. And one more thing, like people were interested to understand the options. So let me just spend a minute there and then I'll jump onto other things. So options have Greeks, which are really, really important. So in your option chain, if you're using TOS, make sure you choose the layout to custom and add all these columns there, which are open interest, theta, delta, implied volatility. 4 options. Implied volatility is related to the VIX, so it shows the fear factor or the greed factor. Delta is the per dollar move of the option price with respect to the underlying equity. Theta is the daily decay in the option price. So you just need to understand this, and option interest is the number of open position of that particular call option. Now, we'll go into detail maybe sometime later, but you need to understand that even if you have an option like right here, where the option theta is 2.8, 2.9, it means that even if your price is 923 on next day, if Tesla opens at 923, you are still losing $3 in your option price. So there's a decay. And in order to get that $3, this should move at least $5 because for per dollar move, it's going to add 60 cents to the option value. So you need to have at least 928, 929 to get your premium back. So when you're doing overnight trades, theta is something which is going to kill you. Delta tells you how much move your option price will make. Okay. When you are doing simple trades, pick up options like for example 900 at 43, ignore the price, for example at 43. Now You may be an account which is less than $25,000. Then do one thing, let it go to maybe 46, 47, and then sell something which is now 43, which is the nearest one. This is how you're going to lock your premiums, you're going to lock your capital, free it, and then reuse it. Plus, this will also build confidence. Now, in this case, now if you sold this at 43, 44, your $10 spreads may be around $1. So if it goes up, if it goes down, you're not losing money. You'll have much better opportunities to trade. So this is what I wanted to share. We can do a better session on options, but just small bit here. Hi, Surya.
Hey, Nawal, thanks for doing all this. I'm very new for all this stuff. A quick question with recent earnings on Snap and Pins, right? Which they did good. Your views on Twitter around that? Do you think it might come up?
Earnings, Facebook is also the same advertisement. Amazon is also there. Google is also there. So
Yeah,
industry-wise, it's really good, right? So if I take that into account, Twitter should post good numbers. Second thing, Twitter is making a base here around 33, 34 area. But look at this. Same thing which other tickers have. It might break out, but got rejected by 39. So if you want to play Twitter, its option will already be jacked up by now, assuming the industry is really doing well. So I would say buy this around 33, which is about 10% lower, not at this time. When it is at 33, buy a butterfly of 36, 40, 44. Not at this moment. If you want to buy stocks, buy 25% now, add rest at 34, 33 area. You will get that opportunity. If you're thinking, oh, I'm going to miss it, no, you will have that opportunity.
got it.
It will come to you. Don't go for the trade, let the trade come to you. And then see, you will make the money.
Okay. And with your Baba comments, right? Baba is also been very low trended, right? And yes,
Baba, I'm very positive. It's just that I want to enter at a lower price. That's it.
okay.
I want to enter at around 118, 119.
Yeah, because with Amazon earnings, they made less money in e-commerce than other factors. So that's what I was wondering. Would that impact Baba indirectly?
See, Amazon is struggling with e-commerce. They're spending much more on e-commerce than they're actually getting.
Yeah,
People just give them a thumbs up because they did really good in AWS. Plus, they were able to manage the labor shortages and supply and demand issue. From a balance sheet point of view, they did not give anything to give a thumbs up.
correct.
Their balance sheet was nasty. Their guidance was super nasty, but then market just gave a thumbs up because there were so many low expectations which were set from it. So it's something similar can happen with Baba, but Baba is much bigger than Amazon in terms of market, not in terms of the market capital, but in terms of market and number of users.
But could the supply chain impact on Baba?
No.
Okay.
China, you see, the China GDP was growing much healthier than they did ever in last 10 years.
Okay.
And if that is happening, Baba should post really good numbers.
That's a good point. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. That's all. Thanks very much, Nawal, teaching us the basics.
No problem, buddy. Hi, Ranjan.
Hey, Naval, I wanted to ask about the Peloton. Means Friday there was a news that Amazon was also interested in buying that one.
See, is anything confirmed from anybody?
Not yet confirmed, but price went up by around $6-7.
That's totally fine. It can also come down by morning.
Okay.
So don't rush. See, people who were already into this, they knew this, they bought the calls on Friday itself. They will not jump into this spike. So now if you try to jump here, you may be feeling the fear FOMO and you'll buy at a higher price, and the moment you buy it will drop. Just try it. The moment you will buy it drop. But yes, it's a good potential for being a buy candidate. So wait for some clarity on this and then go in your positions. If it holds 32, it's a wonderful place to go long after 32.50. Not in this area, 24 to 32. Okay. All right.
Yeah, thanks, Naval. Thank you.
No problems. Hi, Hubert.
Hi, Nava.
Hi.
Congrats on your 1 day of trade
It's
gains.
working.
Yeah, it is working. Question about you talked about Tesla, how you bought like a strike, and once it passed that strike, you got into a spread. I'm kind of confused about that. Can you explain a little bit more?
Let me use annotation to explain. Like, for example, I have Tesla. Okay. I'm just using random strikes and clean numbers. I got 90C at, let's say, $20.
Okay.
Now, at that moment, it was trading at 895. Now it is trading at 908. This may be 25, 26, roughly by that time, because it moved like about 10 points up, 13 points up. So if I'm on PDT or if I have a small account, what I will do is I will look out for Tesla 910 strike. It may be trading at 2021, roughly. Okay. And if I think that, yes, Tesla is going to consolidate here or it hits my target, I would sell this. Sell it. This way, I will get $21 back. My initial cost was $20. I will get $21 back. Cost of my spread is 0. Now I can come back and if it on expiry or next day, if it is at 920, now the difference of 6, maybe 7, I can come back and take that 700 next day. Saves me from any hiccups in the market. If it goes down, the difference from 5 may come down to 4, but I will still make money.
So you're closing your 900 calls and selling the
No, I'm not closing them. I'm just keeping them.
Oh, I see. Okay, so you're trading between those two zones.
So I'm just selling this. So now instead of a naked option, I have a vertical spread.
Gotcha.
And that, so let's say tomorrow, if it opens up at 940, my spread will give me $8 roughly. I can take that profit. If it opens at 880, this may open at 10, this may open at 7. I'll take this buyback, let it run again.
But Naval, if you sell the 910, you've actually capped the amount that you can get on that $900 call.
No. See, once I sold this, I made a spread of this 900 and 910.
Right.
Okay, now if it drops to 880 next day, this 900 will lose the value, maybe to 10. And 910 will also lose the value, maybe to 7. So at that time, I have a choice. I can close the spread or I can buy this back at 7. So I'm kind of making $13 from here, but I am giving $10 open in the market. So instead of now a single, instead of a vertical spread, now I have a single call of 900. I close this leg. It's how you play the legs. That's really, really important.
So how does this save you from the PDT rule?
In this case, I locked the gains because I made the spread for 0. So I got my capital back. I can reinvest that. See, you're selling it either to get your capital or to make profit. So in this case, you lock the profit and get your capital. Let me give you a better example.
Okay.
Amazon. Okay. 3200 call. I entered at 50. Okay. Now Amazon move to 3260. My 3200 call will be 80. Right?
Mhm.
Now I would have an option to sell 3205, which may be trading at 77 roughly. Okay. Now if I sell this at 77, in my account, I'm getting $7,700 back. I invested $5,000 because it's a one lot, and I'm getting $7,700 back. Now I get the cash and the profit, plus my trade is still open. So I'll not be considered as a PDT because I did not close this. It is still open. I opened another leg. And that's
That's smart. Okay. And you still get your credit of 7,100.
77. Yes.
Wow.
This saves your money, brings your capital, and you do not have to worry about PDT. Next day, if it drops to 3,200, this may go down to, let's say, 35. This may be 40. You can buy this back, and again, you can run because the trend is up for Amazon. You can go higher. It gives you that opportunity.
Okay. Thank you, Naval.
No problems. Hi, Nagaruji.
Hi, Naval. A quick question. Thank you for doing what you're doing right now, explaining us all the basics. I just have a question. So when you're doing a 3,200 call on Amazon, it's a debit call, right? I mean, you're paying
Yes.
for it.
Yes.
But the 3205 call that you're trying to sell, is that credit or debit?
It's a credit.
It's a
I'm going to
credit.
get
So
the cash.
you're going to get the cash. So can you sell both at a time? Or can you close both at a time, or do you close them separately?
It totally depends on the amount I'm looking at. If my premiums are really, really high, like the spread is already like $4, I will close them together. If I'm sure that market dipped for a moment, it can go up, I will close the one leg and let the other leg run with the stop loss next day.
Got it. Makes sense. Thank you, Naval.
No problems. So in case of a losing stock, make a butterfly.
Okay.
Just-
Yeah, I saw you did butterfly on Amazon. I couldn't enter. I already was holding a Amazon call. I closed it at loss anyways before it actually spiked before the ER.
No problems. There will be more opportunities.
Yeah. Thank you.
No problem. Guys, 2 more minutes because I'm getting very cold here.
Hey, Naval.
Sure. Yes, sure.
Hey, thanks a lot for everything. So on the same thing, right? I also do the spreads when the price increases, right? Do you consider any of the implied volatility and other factors when making the spread?
Frankly, no.
Okay.
I look at theta, sure, but not in implied volatility. Implied volatility, I usually pick up stocks where it is about 40% around. I don't jump, like I pick up only those stocks where it is 40%.
Okay. So for example, like our last week on Amazon ER, right? So day before, even though the price of the stock is going down, the option prices are going up. Went up so drastically.
That's the reason that shows the greed of the people.
Exactly.
So most of the big fund managers, what they do is they try to sell, or the market makers, they try to sell options because they're getting money from them, and they know that yes, people are buying puts for no reason. Let them buy.
Yeah, on the day, like I got 30 to 50 call the day before on Wednesday, and it went. I mean, even though the stock price went down, right? So basically I made a spread, and at the end of the day, I don't wanted to hold them both. I closed everything. What I did is I bought like 5 stocks right before closure. That gave me like $2,500 cash. After the year, I just closed them.
Yep, that's good.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to ask you. Yeah. Thank
See,
you.
that in case of ERs or in case of any big event, the prices are jacked up, and by the time event finishes, boom, it goes down. It kills. So if you
Exactly.
want to go in an ER, enter at least 1 to 2 weeks early.
No, that's what I usually do. For example, I do UPS or FedEx like 3 weeks or 4 weeks before. I start by like a couple of lots, and then once I get my premium, then I run with the runners, and then let them go until ER, and basically try to make some good money. That was working out like last few quarters. So I started right now with the FedEx. I already got my principal back on the options which I bought. Like I did it same day, the day before UPS. So I basically sold the FedEx calls the following day, and now I'm running on the runners. I have like March 18 calls on FedEx. Now I'm looking to
That's
make
good.
some spreads on
Yeah,
FedEx that way I can get my principal back.
that's a good way of doing it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, no problems. Ford, Manish, is support at 1760. That's the regression channel and the Fibonacci. If it holds 1760, it might go up from here. Otherwise, there's a gap which needs to be filled. The gap is at $16. If it fails 1770, it will go down. All right. Somebody was asking about OWN. Again, like semiconductors, even if they are posting good numbers, they are getting sold off. So it's making an evening star and then going down from there. And there's a big gap. So I'll not risk on, but yes, if you want to go for on above 60. If it holds above 60, you can go in on. Otherwise, I'm not touching on. Lucid, it's long about 27, 28. Yeah. Twilio is holding this trend line. If you see, tuck, 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 it's holding this bullish engulfing. It needs to take 197. It moved really big on Friday. So I will not encourage you to enter here because it's pretty hard for it to. Let it come around 185, 186, then enter in Twilio. All right, guys, I need to drop. It's already almost 2 hours. I'll see you maybe tomorrow evening. Good night. If you have any questions, post me on Twitter or my Telegram channel or my Discord and let me know. Thank you. Bye-bye. Good night.